Let's get into this week's Golf Plus Digital bonus question. Remember Hack Golf? Yeah, that was that TaylorMade initiative from earlier this year featuring 15-inch holes on the green. Well, according to recent comments by the new TaylorMade CEO Ben Sharp, that initiative didn't really get as much traction as planned, and they're going to be focusing their Grow the Game efforts elsewhere going forward next year. So Cameron, of course, it's no secret we were not really fans of Hack Golf on this panel, but what do you think went wrong?
Well, I think Hack Golf lost one of its biggest cheerleaders when Mark King moved up to Adidas North America starting on June 1st. He was really kind of the guy who helped launch it and sustain it. You know, I don't think it was a big failure, though. I think this is just the beginning of talking about these new ways to kind of grow the game, get people interested, whether it's foot golf or the 15-inch hole or 6-hole rounds or what have you. I really do think this is the beginning of whatever you call it. I guess it won't be called Hack Golf anymore, but this type of effort to drive people back to the game, because golf really still is in the same situation that it was. It's losing players at kind of an alarming rate, and it does need to do something. So I don't consider Hack Golf a failure by any means.
I consider the first problem of Hack Golf to be the name Hack Golf.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has said golf is an aspirational game, right? I agree with him, especially on that point. Playing Hack Golf, who wants to be a part of that, right? To call yourself basically a lame player.
I am a hack golfer, and I don't want to be part of that movement. But yeah, I think it's part of the issue is just changing core elements of the game, i.e. the size of the hole or throwing a soccer ball out there and kicking a ball around the course. Not that that was necessarily a Hack Golf initiative. That's something else that came up this year.
Foot golf.
Foot golf. Yeah. I sort of take issue with that. I think you'll find more success in like team golf, like the PGA of America is doing this junior golf leagues where they're encouraging kids to join teams and they play a scramble format. It's fun. You've got kids your age who you're competing with. It's not a solitary sport that golf is, obviously, at an older age. That's been hugely successful. Top Golf, the practice ranges, which, you know, those have been huge. It seems like every time I look at my email, they're opening a new facility somewhere in the U.S. That's been hugely successful. They do have a bar behind the tee, which probably has something to do with that. But they're clearly introducing new players to the game. Something like 3 million visitors went to a Top Golf facility last year. So I think that's where you're going to find a way in to try to attract new golfers to the game.
And that, I mean, that was the spirit of Hack Golf all along, was let's bring new people in, whatever it takes. And that's sort of the central part of their initiative was this 15-inch hole. Maybe that wasn't the right thing to hang your hat on, because if you're going to change the size of the hole for regular golfers, it's sort of strange and it feels goofy. And then for people who want to get into golf, maybe they'd rather just play regular golf as opposed to try it with this, you know, bucket-sized cup. So I don't think that was the right first step or the right thing for them to sort of make it the central point. But all these things that Alan just described, especially Top Golf, you know, the idea of creating a spirit of fun, that's what works. I don't think the 15-inch hole was the right thing for them to come out with as their big initiative.
I agree, Jeff. And what are your thoughts, Cameron? When I think about making the game easier, I don't necessarily think it starts with 15-inch cups. I think the whole concept from the beginning was wrong, because what's difficult about golf, it's hitting full shots, it's hitting a crisp iron, hitting a solid drive off the tee. We already have miniature golf if we want to have fun putting. We don't necessarily need giant cups on the green.
Well, I disagree with you, Jessica, and I disagree with you guys in saying that 15-inch cups are not the answer, or not fun necessarily. I played 15-inch cup golf right after the Masters. TaylorMade had an event out at Reynolds Plantation, and I ended up out there in a group, actually paired with Ted Bishop, and we actually had a blast. I mean, it was really fun. We played only 9 holes that way, but I believe my score for 9 holes was about 7 or 8 shots better than it would have been, and it was fun. I mean, am I going to play with a 15-inch cup every time I go out and play golf? No. Was it fun as just kind of a lark, just to see sort of how it would work and what it would feel like and what I would shoot? Yes, it was. It was totally fun. So I think there is a place in the game for that. how much of a central place that would take, I don't really know.
Okay, but the question is, Cam, how bad did it hurt when you missed a putt to a 15-inch cup? I mean, that had to sting.
A lot. It hurts a lot. You feel like a dunce if you miss any putt.